Welcome to our qualification series, Core Values of Lean Management. In our multi-part qualification program, you and your team have the opportunity to gradually become true experts in lean management. Learn to place customer value at the center, simplify internal processes, and identify and reduce all kinds of waste. In today's third episode of our qualification series, Core Values of Lean Management, we focus on the topic GENCHI GENBUTSU. GENCHI GENBUTSU is a Japanese expression that can be roughly translated as go to the place where it happens and see for yourself. In lean management, this value represents a hands-on, fact-based leadership culture in which decisions are made through direct observation and genuine understanding, not based on assumptions or second-hand reports. Let's begin our journey not with tools, but with a clear focus on what truly matters. Go and see for yourself. Only then will you truly understand. This mindset calls on both leaders and employees alike to actively visit the workplace, to see problems, processes, and potential with their own eyes, understand them, and work together to develop solutions. GENCHI GENBUTSU is one of the 5 central lean core values alongside Kaizen, challenge, respect, and teamwork. This mindset supports the idea that responsibility and improvement do not begin in the office, but at the place where value is created. Only those who truly know what is happening on site can make the right decisions. Let's take a closer look at the learning objectives of this qualification. In a world full of data, meetings, and screen work, one thing is often forgotten: the reality on site. GENCHI GENBUTSU. That means go there, see for yourself, understand what is really happening. Because only those who see problems and potential with their own eyes can make real change happen. Presence builds trust, and proximity makes the difference. Being where it matters most shows not only interest but also respect for your employees. Decisions are then no longer based on hearsay or assumptions, but on facts, observation, and direct experience. This mindset doesn't just change results, it also strengthens the people in the process. Personal responsibility grows when leaders lead by example. And the best part, sustainable solutions are not created at the desk, but where challenges can be felt, at the place where it happens. GENCHI GENBUTSU, that is not a method. It is rather an inner mindset and the first step toward a corporate culture that truly wants to see what is and can shape what is to come. We will now show you a selection of practical examples directly from everyday business life and from various departments. These impulses are not ready-made solutions, but an invitation to think further. Let these ideas inspire you for your personal development or for improvement initiatives in your team. Let yourself be encouraged to look beyond the horizon, try new things, and think across the boundaries of your departments. In the end, it's not about working faster, but smarter. Let's look at a concrete example from everyday workshop life. A workshop manager repeatedly notices quality issues in brake repairs. Many would now analyze reports, read documents, or write an email, but she chooses the GENCHI GENBUTSU way. She goes into the workshop herself to the place where it is happening. She observes the work directly on the vehicle, follows individual work steps, and asks targeted questions about them. In doing so, she identifies the true core of the problem. Unclear testing guidelines are causing misunderstandings and ultimately mistakes. Instead of looking for someone to blame, she works with the team to develop a new, clearly understandable standard. The result? The error rate drops significantly. And the team grows in trust, in competence, and in responsibility. GENCHI GENBUTSU means look instead of look away, ask instead of assume, and shape instead of merely manage. This is how a problem turns into a real improvement, and how leadership becomes a lived example. Let's now look at an example from the field of warehouse and logistics. Material shortages keep occurring. Many would now analyze statistics or delegate the problem to others. You, however, choose the GENCHI GENBUTSU way. You go to the warehouse yourself. You observe the processes directly on site, analyze the walking routes, and talk to the employees. In doing so, you discover the real cause: media disruptions in the ordering process that are slowing down the material flow. Together with your team, you implement a new solution, a digital Kanban system. The impact is immediately noticeable. Replenishment processes become stable, shortages disappear, and the entire team can work more reliably. Genchi Genbutsu here means go, understand, and act. And you demonstrate how genuine presence on site makes sustainable improvements possible. Let's now take a realistic look at the reception and customer intake area. Several customers complain about long waiting times. Many would now read internal reports or analyze the processes from a distance. From today, you can choose the Genchi Genbutsu way. You deliberately sit in the waiting area and observe the process step by step, from the customer's arrival to the actual intake. You engage in conversation with those waiting, listen actively, and gather valuable first-hand insights. In doing so, you identify clear opportunities for improvement. A missing welcome routine and unnecessary process steps are slowing down the workflow. Together with your team, you introduce a new welcome routine and streamline the processes. The result? The customer experience improves noticeably, waiting times become shorter, and customers feel welcome from the very start. Genchi Genbutsu here means go, experience, and change. And you demonstrate how being close to the action creates the best foundation for genuine customer service. Let's now look at an example from administration. In one of your projects, delays are piling up. Many would now write emails, schedule meetings, or wait for reports. You, however, once again choose the Genchi Genbutsu way. You accompany your clerks in their daily work directly on site. You closely observe how tasks are handled and ask targeted questions. You notice that unclear interfaces and a lack of coordination are causing unnecessary distractions and waiting times. Together with your team, you create a remedy by establishing a clear task structure and a central communication board that shows all participants the current status at any time. The result? Projects run more smoothly, coordination becomes more efficient, and your team can work with greater focus. Genchi Genbutsu here means observe, understand, and optimize. And you show how being close to the action and having genuine interest in the processes enables tangible improvements. Let's now look at the sales department. Errors keep creeping into quotes, annoying for customers, time-consuming for rework, and costly for the company. Many would now simply order stricter controls or introduce additional checklists. You choose the Genchi Genbutsu way. You accompany your sales staff to customer meetings and experience the quotation phase live, from needs assessment to preparing the proposal. In doing so, you identify the real cause. Unclear templates and a lack of coordination with the back office lead to misunderstandings and mistakes. Together with your team, you develop clearer quotation templates and establish closer coordination with the back office. The result, quotation quality improves, errors become less frequent, and your customers receive a professional, tailored offer more quickly. Genchi Genbutsu here means go along, experience together, and co-create. And you demonstrate how direct insights into everyday sales work create the foundation for tangible quality improvements. To conclude, let's look at an example from the executive level. The company's leadership realizes that important goals are not being met. Many would now revise strategy papers or request additional KPIs. You choose the Genchi Genbutsu way. You regularly go to the Gemba, the place where value creation happens. You speak directly with the teams, listen, ask questions, and experience firsthand which obstacles are slowing down daily work. From these observations, you draw clear conclusions. The current goal-setting system is too far removed from reality. Together with your fellow leaders, you redesign it in a practical way, making it achievable, motivating, and measurable. The result? Participation increases, goals become more tangible, and teams feel more involved. Genchi Genbutsu here means show presence, listen, and find solutions together. And you prove how closeness to people and an understanding of daily work effectively drives company goals forward. To conclude this qualification, we have prepared a checklist for you, as always, so that you can implement Genchi Genbutsu with a clear structure. Have I personally been to the place where it happens today? Did I actively listen and observe without immediately judging? Do I understand the real processes and challenges? Do I make decisions based on my own impressions and facts? Do I support others in also gaining a first-hand view on site? Summary: GENCHI GENBUTSU is not about control, but about appreciative presence. It gets people talking, openly reveals problems, and helps to develop well-founded solutions together. Those who live lean do not stay in the office, they go to where value is created. See, understand, and change. GENCHI GENBUTSU is the look behind the numbers and the key to true effectiveness. Today, you have taken the third important step toward developing both your company and yourself. In the upcoming parts of this series on our website, we will dive deeper together into the practical application of lean management. Consider what we do as inspiration for positive change. Through the gamification button, you can send me feedback, questions, or suggestions at any time. Look forward to exciting content, practical examples, and concrete recommendations for action that will guide you step by step to becoming a lean professional. For today and the coming weeks, you have plenty to do in implementing this qualification. Stay curious and motivated. Together, we will shape the future of your company even more successfully.